Hey guys, we're back at the Trovita residence, and it is January 31st, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the Trovita orange tree. The Trovita orange tree is one of three, I believe, varieties of Arizona sweet oranges. So these do really well in the desert Southwest. They like the clay soil, so you don't have to amend as much with these varieties. They love the heat as well. So this tree's been in the ground for 3 years, and as you can see, we've got shoots that are probably 9-10 feet tall. So this tree has done really well for us so far. Some of the things that I've noticed is early on, the oranges, you'll get some nice size oranges, but sometimes when it's a young tree, you get some dry oranges. So some of these have some juiciness to them, and some of them are they come out just kind of dry. But I think that's pretty normal. I've had trees in the past that have done that when they're young, so I'm not too worried about that. So the orange, let me see if I'll pull one off here. So the orange itself is a medium-sized orange. They have like three to four seeds in them, so they're fairly seedless. They are not as easy to peel as a navel orange, but not bad. I've had way worse. So peeling them is an issue, is a little bit of an issue, but most of the seeds are there. They get very sweet, and so I would highly recommend this orange for someone in the Phoenix area or the Las Vegas area or anywhere in the desert Southwest. They can actually take a freeze for a few hours. These trees are pretty good about the freeze, and part of that is due to the rootstock that it's on as well. So I want to talk a little bit about the rootstock too. The rootstock is in a sour orange rootstock. The sour orange rootstock is something that cannot be grown in a lot of places because it is susceptible to a few diseases. But in Arizona, it's a great rootstock, and I would imagine in Vegas as well. It's in the places that get real humid that it doesn't do well. So they've had to rip these out of Florida and Texas and some places in California because they are susceptible to some of those diseases there. But we don't have a problem with that here in Arizona, and I would imagine in Las Vegas and New Mexico it would be the same thing. It would do well. It's a very vigorous grower, and the rootstock really is adapted well to the clay soils, so it does well without a lot of amendments. So you'll see trees at the box stores like Home Depot and Lowe's. They have, a lot of times they'll have them on a semi-dwarf rootstock, like a C35, and there's some other rootstocks out there that are mostly grown in California, so they do better in those kind of soils. If you're growing an orange tree in Arizona, though, I would recommend a standard rootstock, sour orange rootstock. That would be my number one go-to in Arizona if you have the room, because it is a standard rootstock. It's going to grow pretty big, so you want to leave 8 feet between a wall or another tree. But this is what they use in the orchards here commercially. They grow, they'll get to about 20 feet tall, so they're fairly manageable. That's the maximum height that you'll get out of them. And so but they produce like crazy. They do well. They take the heat well. They take the cold well here in the desert when we get down below freezing. It's just a really good, well-adapted tree for the desert. So the Arizona sweet orange, I've seen navels grow really well here in Arizona, but this is called an Arizona sweet for a reason. They do well here. It's been adapted here, and so my recommendation would be, if you have the room, I would definitely grow an Arizona sweet first. Trovita orange is the most common, because they have the least amount of seeds. There's a few other varieties that have a few more seeds, but yeah. So I would say Trovita orange is definitely a good tree to grow. We've gotten about 38 oranges this year. Last year we had about 20, so it's doubling. They're a pretty good size orange, And these are still young, so the oranges should get bigger as the tree matures. So there are a few thorns on the tree, but not bad. It's really not an issue with the kids or the animals. So anyway, I just wanted to show you our harvest this year and talk about the Trovita orange tree a little bit. If you have any questions about how we planted it or how we feed it, let me know in the comments below. And thanks for joining us.